The sun is starting to blind me, so let's see. Let's see if we can get through this. Happy March, air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This video is for you. It's time to get into your readings of March 2025. The astrological New Year is upon us, so lots of fresh, fun energy for you air signs. There's no air energy this month when it comes to which zodiac seasons it is, but that's okay. That means you get to be pushed a little bit. You get that fire lit under you, some innovation, some direction. If you're new here, hi, I'm Maggie. I'm a tarot reader, passive regression practitioner, astrologer, psychic medium, and just all around woo-woo gal. If it's spiritual, if it's a little bit witchy, it's for me. I do readings every single month over here for every single zodiac sign so that you can have a little guide to the month ahead. I also create some informative witchy spiritual videos and just witchy lifestyle content. So if that sounds like it's for you, give me a little subscribe. Come be a part of my little magical corner of the internet. And if you are like, oh my gosh, I love these collective readings, I need a reading of my own, I've put the link to book a one-to-one reading with me for March or maybe April, depending on if it's booked out by the time this video comes out or not. So you can go right down there and we can connect one-to-one and get a reading personally for you. But without further ado, let's jump into the readings. Make sure you watch all the way to the end because I'm going to give you some important astrological transits for the readings and for your signs at the end of today's video. But let's get right into it with a reading for my fellow Geminis. Gosh, I'm being blinded. All right, Geminis, really positive vibes, really high vibe March for us. Woohoo! I'm excited for it. I am happy to have some positive energy. After the year 2024 was, I'm ready for 2025 to be lighter. Now we start right off with some blessings. March is going to bring opportunities. So I would say yes in March. Say yes, have it be a regular part of your vocabulary. Take new chances, try new things, say yes and see where it takes you. You are in the energy of a luck, opportunity, right place, right time, abundance, just a windfall of abundance. And having this matched with the King of Pentacles, if you are self-employed, if you are looking to get a promotion, this is really, really positive. This is talking about really stable abundance, feeling really, really good in where you are. This could mean it's a great time to make financial commitments, to make investments, to do some work around with some money. It's a really solid time for abundance and finances. There is going to be change this month. We pulled the Tower and the Three of Wands, which is basically the minor arcana of the Tower. We have this shake. We have this change this month. It's going to happen. And this might scare some Geminis. It's like, oh my gosh, I've faced a lot of change. Oh my gosh, every time I've faced change in the past year, it's not been good. I have not enjoyed it. It's been very, very scary. But this is really positive change. This is change that's going to feel like a reclamation of the self, calling in energy that was once forgotten, calling back a part of yourself that got left behind, calling back a part of yourself to make you feel whole again. This is positive change to create more safety within you and who you believe yourself to be. Literally this month you have the world in your hands. So what do you want to do with it, Geminis? I see a lot of you working in collaboration, working on a group project, working with people. That is fantastic. You can create such magic this month. Make sure that you are not taking the whole project on yourself. Make sure you are delegating. Make sure you are sharing. Make sure that you are not burning yourself out. But collaborations and group things in March can be very, 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 very beneficial for you. It's also important that you don't catastrophize things in your mind, that you're trying to open your mind and see things from different perspectives. You're listening to other people when they're telling you things are going to be okay, or when they're asking you to look at it from a different direction or a different perspective. The Seven of Wands shows he's fighting all these things, but if he just took a step forwards, he could easily just step over the things that are in his way rather than fighting them. So that is your reminder this month. But really, especially by the end of the month, there holds such flow, feeling really good in your emotional body, feeling very aligned and feeling fresh, like new energy is around you and you're very excited to see how it flows, how it leads. And your oracle card for the month is the Dolphin. This is literally, I know, the card of light. It's the card of creativity, of healing, but I am going to bring it up here because I don't have them all memorized. The Dolphin is innately intelligent. It's such a Gemini card. Healer, light, and it's full of blessings. We're bookending the reading today in blessings. The gifts of the Dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities or energy are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for Dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a Dolphin type will change the entire course of your day and your life. This month could change your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing on the way. When in balance this month, you're going to feel like an active healer, like you're healing. You're going to have a strong spiritual practice. When out of balance, you'll underestimate your own power and sort of underestimate the future and what it can hold for you. To bring into balance is like-minded spirits. I would really, really invite any of you who are looking for like-minded spirits and a strong spiritual practice to come join my membership, Find Your Own Magic, on Patreon. We have live calls. I have meditations in there. I have a calendar that gives you something you can do every day for a strong spiritual practice. So I feel that with the Dolphin energy. Or if you don't want to join that, get yourself out into some sort of community, some sort of book club, group, whatever it is. Find those like-minded souls to help keep you balanced this month, Geminis. But this seems like a really great month. I'm excited for it. I'm going to be looking for that sign of the Dolphin for my blessings coming in. But that's all I have for you. Make sure you go and watch to the end to find out the important astrological transits, because there are some that are really important to you. And if this really resonated but you want a one-to-one reading, I have the link below for one-to-one readings in March and April. I hope you have a great, great, great March, and I will see you next month. All right, let's move on to Libras. Happy March, Libras. I hope that you've had a great 2025 so far, that the energy is treating you so well. This is a bigger month for you. You did pull majority major arcana. I have done 8 readings so far. We're about 3/4 of the way through, and you're only the second sign to pull a majority major arcana. You and Sagittarius is, which sometimes give me kind of similar energy with like the romance that runs through your veins, the passion. Both of you have really big months. If you're new here and you don't know what a majority major arcana means, that is okay. Basically, major arcana are those archetypal cards that you may recognize, like the Empress, like the Fool, Death, the Tower, those named cards. And they actually only make up about 27 to 28% of the deck. So when you pull them as 50% or more, and you pulled it as exactly 50%, that means it's a very energetically charged reading. It's your guides, the universe, whatever you believe in, being like, hey, pay attention. There's a lot of energy this month. There's a lot of potential for change, for something really good to happen. There's just lots of energy surrounding you. And you pulled that this month with 5 out of 10 cards being major arcana. So what does that mean? What do they say? First of all, you are in your magnetism era this month. You pulled the very first card being the Magician. The Magician means your manifestation capabilities are times 10, times 100, times 1,000. You are just this vibrating magnet to what you want. So you want to make sure what you're calling in is really what you want, and that you're using this to its greatest potential. This isn't saying that you're going to be calling things that you don't want, calling in things that are bad for you, but it does mean you could miss out on calling in really great things if you don't use it to your advantage. And really, there's just one thing you want. What is something that you want this month? Maybe it's some news that you're going to get. Maybe it's a promotion. Maybe it's extra money. Maybe it's a lifestyle change. What are you manifesting? I want you to pick one thing that you really, really want and go for it. The thing that matters to you most right now. And you know, the thing is, you don't have the most confidence in this thing. This doesn't have to be the thing you feel most confident about. It's the thing you want the most. Be realistic. Be real with yourself. You might not be confident, but what you want so, so badly, Libras. Because guess what? You are enough. You may not feel like it right now, but as you continue to call it in, as you step into this version of yourself, you will embody being enough. You just have to put it out there. You need to ask for it and you need to stay clear with the vision. It's okay to ask for it and surrender a little bit. As long as you're doing your part to manifest, the universe will deliver this month for you. It's safe, it's stable, it's going to happen. You're about to enter a new chapter of your life, really fresh. So if this is something that will usher in a new chapter, if it's getting accepted to something, if it is a move, if it's getting a new job, whatever it is, there's some newness here and it's going to make you feel like your life is a movie. It's going to be like, yes, this is something I've always wanted. Oh, I'm getting too excited. I'm shaking the camera. Yes, this is something I've always wanted. This is something that feels so aligned with me. This is something that feels like my life is a movie, like I am the star, and it fills your own cup. It is going to be a change. It is going to be the death of one cycle and the start of another. So you have to be ready for this. You have to be ready to give some things up, and you have to be ready to step into this new life, to accept the shake that it brings, but know that it will bring so much flow. So much flow to your energy. So commit to your manifestations routines. Commit to manifesting one thing that you really, really, really want and make it happen this month. It's going to. All the energy is there for you. The oracle card we pulled is the eagle. Now, I don't have them all memorized, so I am going to look it up in this book, but the eagle is all-pervading power, a truth seeker, and transforming through karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into karmic fire, a rebirth, for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think. You are more worthy than you think. It all connects. When in balance, you're going to feel bright, radiant, and able to take on challenges. When you're out of balance, you'll feel like you are clinging on for control. To bring into balance, just step into the unknown. Start manifesting, make it happen. So what are you committing to manifesting? Let me know and I'll cheer you on. I would love to hear it in the comments. Good luck, Libra. You've got this. There's some really big transits that'll be important for you, so stay tuned to the end. And if you're like, you know what? This spoke to me so much. I need a one-to-one reading. I need to not just have a collective one, but have one specifically tailored to me. I have the link below to book one-to-one readings for March. Might go into April depending on how booked up I am, but go grab a reading. I would love to connect with you, and I will see you next month. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Happy March, Aquarius. Really fresh energy for you. I know we're leaving your season behind a little bit. You had some of your energy in February, and now we're moving into a little less of your comfort zone. But I think you need a little bit of a push. You need a little bit of a shift in your mind because we start off strong with that Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is like, you know what? There's something you're making out to be bigger than it really is in your mind. There's something you need a perspective shift. You need to change the way you're looking at it. When you look at the Seven of Wands, he's fighting all these things. He's trying to fight them off with his staff, but instead, if he just took a step forward, he'd realize he can just step over these things. So that change in perspective is really, really important because it's going to allow you to take on your challenges with more ease and grace because you are trying to take steps towards a little bit more abundance. Maybe you're calling in more money or just a richness in life. I'm not sure which, but you're trying to call in something. And these steps have felt really small, if not almost stagnant. You feel like you keep coming up to block after block. But once you start to open that mind and you get a little bit more of a new perspective, some clarity with the sword, slicing through that clarity, this new energy will come to you. And a big thing that will help you open your mind is realizing that it's time to stop trying to plan so much, trying to be so intellectual about it, so in the mind, reflecting on it, all these things. The planning time is over. It's time to just take action because guess what? You're planning so much, you're never actually walking towards these manifestations. If you actually start to take the steps, this gets to be pulled right over and your manifestations get to fall into fruition. I don't think they're going to fall into fruition this month. I think the clarity and the steps and realizing how to get yourself out of a little bit of this, not exactly stagnant energy, but just like hitting wall after wall after wall, it is going to open up the path. It might not all fall in until a little bit from now, but this is that first step. It's about flowing with your energy again. It's about flowing with your action. Right now, you're just kind of taking action. Like I was saying, you're fighting your way through. Instead, we want your action to feel intentional, to feel purposeful, to really make sense, and also to feel like it is returning to you. All of this, once you start to grab this new action, it's going to be more new energy. There's so much new and fresh energy here this month for you, Aquarius. And this time it is the Ace of Wands. All aces are always new energy. And this one is specifically about feeling stable, feeling a drive, passion, and purpose with your action again, and feeling really secure and stable within that action. The sun is starting to blind me, so let's see. Let's see if we can get through this. The Five of Cups is here to say that if you don't take this action now, you're always going to be looking back at this month, at this moment in your life as, what if I had started? What if I had flowed with it? What if I had just tried a bit harder? What if I had just done it? And we don't want that. It's time to get into action and out of the mind. You're going to be stepping into authority. You are taking authority of yourself, of your life. You're creating structure so that you can reach this next goal. How do you need to call in your authority? How do you need to be in control of your own life again and an authority figure in your life? And how can you balance this? What soul and spiritual routines do you need? Do you need to cut out screens and replace them with some you time, a hobby that is helpful? Do you need to cut out some foods that are really making you feel like just weighed down, not good, and you need to replace it with something that's going to nourish you and feel brighter? What is it that you need on a personal and a spiritual level that's going to balance out this structure? The High Priestess and the Hierophant are two sides of one coin, and they're calling you to really take control of the routines of your life, both spiritual and physical. So what is it? What structure do you need to create to help to really make your goals a reality this month? It's the time to open your mouth. It's time to open your mind and start to actually take action through it rather than always making it into this big fight, this big deal, so tiring. It's time to reclaim your actions back by telling yourself it can be easier if you are prepared. And the oracle card you pulled, Aquarius, is the Dragonfly. I don't have them all memorized, so I am going to read this out for you, but the Dragonfly can also be a sign of this reading to remind you, go back into the structure, go back into where you are being called, go back to the messages of this reading. This says it's the master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still? Dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. This is such a change of perspective card as well. When in balance, you see clearly, joyfully, and you feel magical. When you're out of balance, you can't concentrate and you have a busy mind. To bring back into balance is to change perspective or to focus on the breath. So we have the changed perspective, which is the mind, and focus on the breath. Maybe breath work and that sort of spiritual routine would be really, really beneficial with that High Priestess card. All right, happy March. I hope you have a great month. If this really resonated with you, I do have a link below for some one-to-one readings for March and April. March might be filling up, not sure at the moment, but if you feel really called to get a reading that is just for you, the link is below. I'd love to see you there, but that's all I've got for you. And that's all I have for all the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This has been your reading. Before I am completely blinded by the sun coming in, let's look at some important transits for you. On March 30th, we have a really big transit. Neptune is moving for the first time in years into Aries. Now, Neptune is our spirituality. So if you pulled manifestation, spiritual, anything that is with that energy, that soul, that woo-woo, this has to do with that. Neptune is our spiritual planet, and moving into Aries means it'll be fresh, new energy with bright, innovative ideas. It's just that boom of energy and dreaming big and going for it. So manifestation and all of that, really I want you to be not just doing this month, but even next month as this energy propels itself forward on March 30th. And you might even see some manifestations coming in around that time. We also have eclipse season starting on March 14th. This is about a 2-week eclipse season that is bookended by a lunar and solar eclipse. This creates a little portal for self-transformation. If you are trying to manifest something or change something, call in a new version of yourself, this is the time to do it. These eclipses can change everything. I've had huge manifestations, making so much money during this time. Also, the universe can come in and be like, we are changing, because I found out on the last day of eclipse season with that solar eclipse that I was getting deported. So really, this can change your whole life. So if you're being called to manifest or work on a spiritual level or just change yourself through self-transformation, this is really important, and it kicks off on March 14th. On March 15th, we do have Mercury beginning in retrograde. This means the mind and clarity will go into retrograde. So if anything about perspective, changing your mind, anything with that mindset, clarity was brought up in your reading, make sure to really prioritize doing that before the 15th, setting that in stone before Mercury goes into retrograde and you get a bit clouded and you start second guessing yourself. That is really, really, really important. So those are 3 transits that I think would be super important for you as an air sign, especially based on the readings today. I hope you loved today's readings. If you did, I'd love to hear from you down below in the comment section, or to hit that subscribe to come and see your reading next month. And now that the sun is literally blinding me, I'm gonna let you go. All right. Stay magical. Have a magical, magical month.